At 3:17 a.m., the elevator in Building C moved on its own. It stopped on the 14th floor. The doors opened. No one was inside. Then the security camera glitched for 9 seconds. When the picture returned, there was a wet trail on the floor. It looked like footprints, but the prints were facing the wrong way, like someone walked out of the elevator backward. 3 minutes later, a resident vanished from that same floor, and the apartment complex never felt normal again. This story takes place in Grey Ridge Towers, a tall apartment complex near a busy road. 2 buildings, 1 parking garage, a small courtyard with dead plants and weak lights. People moved here for cheap rent and quiet nights. The building was old, but not falling apart. It had cameras in the lobby. It had keycard doors. It had a security guard at night. On paper, it looked safe. In reality, it hid its problems well. Before the incident, Grey Ridge Towers had a routine. Morning footsteps, evening deliveries, elevators filled with tired faces, neighbors who nodded but rarely spoke. The most active place was the mailroom. People complained about missing packages. They blamed couriers. They blamed thieves. No one blamed the building itself. The cameras sometimes froze. The hallway lights sometimes dimmed. The intercom sometimes made a faint hiss at night. Residents joked that the building had moods, but the jokes stopped after the first strange week. The missing resident was named Evan Marr. He lived on the 14th floor, Unit 14C. He was quiet. He worked from home. He paid rent on time. He kept to himself. On a Tuesday night, he returned around 11:40 p.m. A lobby camera showed him entering alone. He carried a small grocery bag. He used his keycard. He stepped into the elevator. The doors closed. That was the last clear video of him. At 3:17 a.m., the elevator camera recorded the strange movement. No keycard was used. No person was visible. The elevator rose from the lobby to the 14th floor. It opened for 6 seconds. Then it closed again. It returned to the lobby. After that, the elevator stayed still. At 6:05 a.m., a neighbor on the 14th floor noticed something odd. Unit 14C's door was slightly open. Just a small gap, like it never latched. Inside, the lights were off. The apartment looked empty. Evan's phone was on the kitchen counter. His laptop was open. A document was on the screen. Only one line was typed. It was a date. It was tomorrow's date. The police arrived before noon. They treated it as a missing person case. No signs of forced entry. No broken locks. No shattered glass. Evan's wallet was still there. His keys were on a hook by the door. His shoes were lined up neatly. His bed looked untouched. The hallway camera on the 14th floor should have shown movement. It faced the elevator and the corridor, but the footage from 2:55 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. was corrupted. Not missing, not erased. It was there, but scrambled, like the file had been chewed up. The security guard gave a statement. He said he heard the elevator running late at night. That was not unusual, but he remembered a sound after it stopped. A soft dragging noise. It lasted a few seconds, then silence. Police searched the stairwells. They searched the roof access door. They searched the basement utility rooms. Nothing. No Evan. No blood. No struggle. Then a resident found something in the trash room. A grocery bag, the same type Evan carried. Inside was spoiled milk and a crushed loaf of bread. The receipt was still stapled to it. The timestamp was 11:38 p.m., but the location printed on the receipt was wrong. It listed a store in another city, a city 3 hours away. Theory 1 was the simplest. A person took Evan, someone with access, a maintenance worker, a former tenant, someone who knew the camera blind spots, someone who could glitch footage on purpose. The empty elevator trip could be a test or a distraction. The corrupted files could be tampering. The keycard log could be spoofed. In this theory, Evan was removed through the service corridor. He was taken into the garage or the basement, then out of the building, quietly, quickly, no witnesses. Theory 2 was stranger but still human. It blamed the building's infrastructure. Old wiring, faulty power, a system with errors stacked on errors, a camera glitch, a keycard bug, a sensor fault. In this theory, Evan left on his own, sleepwalking, confused. He entered the stairwell. He fell or was trapped somewhere hidden. A maintenance hatch, a sealed utility space, a gap behind the shaft, a place never checked because it was not on any map. Theory 3 was the one residents whispered about. They called it the wrong floor. They said the elevator did not always go where it showed. They said the building had a missing level, a space between floors, a place the numbers skipped. They pointed to the damp trail and the backward footprints. They pointed to the date typed on Evan's screen. Tomorrow's date, like a warning or an appointment. In this theory, the elevator opened to something that was not the 14th floor. And Evan stepped into it at the wrong time. Or something stepped out. Weeks passed. No body was found. No arrest was made. Evan's bank account stayed untouched. His phone never connected to a network again. His social media went silent. The case cooled. Then, 2 months later, a package arrived in the mailroom. It had no return address. It was addressed to Evan Marr, Unit 14C. The front desk opened it by mistake. Inside was a single item. A keycard, not Evan's. A building master keycard. The kind only staff should have. It was damp, and it smelled like rain on concrete. That same night, at 3:17 a.m., the elevator moved again. The camera glitched for 9 seconds. When it returned, the elevator doors were open in the lobby. No one was inside, but the floor indicator showed 15. Grey Ridge Towers had only 14 floors.